You know what this is? This is clearly one of those fights where it was put together for somebody to get beat up. For example, you got David Lemieux, 32-2 with 30 KOs versus Gabriel Rosado, 21-8 with 13 KOs. Barclays Center, December the 6th, 2014. Right now, December the 5th, 2014. Gabriel Rosado weighing in at the full 160-pound limit. They're fighting for the NABF title, by the way, if that means anything to you. And then David Lemieux, 159.8. So I figure right now I'm going to start with Gabriel Rosado. Gabriel Rosado of Philly, of course. Yes, I'm from Philly, Puerto Rican fighter. He's very good as far as heart, and he's one of those fighters that gets better as time goes on. If I'm correct, he's only 28 years old, and he has not had a win, a professional boxing win, since 2012. Now, he's had a fight with Gennady Gennadievich Golovkin. Remember, that's where he got his eye cut. Golovkin had the flu. Rosado actually put on a good performance, better than any of the last performances outside of the beating that Curtis Stevens took. But, you know, he fought Golovkin. He fought J'Leon Love in a fight I felt he should have won, but they gave it to J'Leon Love, basically riled him. I think that was on the undercard of Canelo, well, Mayweather versus Canelo. So you got Golovkin, you got J'Leon Love, then you got Peter Quillin in the fight where maybe if it wasn't for the eye once again, he could have possibly had a chance of coming on later on or stronger at the end of the fight. And then you got Jermell Charlo, the brothers Charlo. It might have been Jamal, I don't remember. He fought the boxer. He didn't fight the pressure puncher one. He fought the one that's like 21-0 or 22-0 with 11 KOs. He fought that one. So in that fight, he clearly lost, and there was no way it looked like he was going to win that fight. But what I'm saying is, after that, he went on to BKB boxing, which is not bare knuckle boxing. It's called big knockout boxing. They fight in this circle pit type thing, and what it is it encourages close quarters combat and for somebody to get knocked out. So he knocked out Brian Vera, who in his last two fights fought Julio Cesar Chavez Jr. at 168. Then before that, at over the 168-pound limit, which basically means light heavyweight. So, of course, you notice that the event says Lemieux versus Rosado, not Rosado versus Lemieux. Why? Because this is clearly showcasing David Lemieux. And as far as HBO is concerned, since they're showcasing him, they want him to go out there and beat the shit out of Gabriel Rosado. But see, what you have to understand is Rosado is a very good fighter. Once again, he's one of those fighters that adjusts and he gets better throughout time. Now, it's going to be interesting to see how things are going to go with his new trainer. I forgot his trainer's name, but he used to be a guy named Billy Briscoe. But since then, for the last, I believe, year or a little bit over, if not less, he's been basically operating from the West Coast, meaning Gabe Rosado. So looking at Lemieux now, 32-2 with 30 KOs. Now listen to me. He's good, but don't fall for it. He's good. In the first 5 rounds, he's extremely dangerous. He's went to 12 once. He lost a majority decision. He had one 10-round fight, which he won. He had an 8-round fight, and then he got knocked out by Marco Antonio Rubio in the 7th round. Then he had another 7-round fight. So basically, put it this way: if the fight starts to go late, there's a good chance he's going to slow down because he comes out so fast, so aggressive with the aggressiveness that it's a good chance early. You know, if you're not humble and you don't want to hold and all that kind of stuff, then it's a good chance you're going to get knocked out and you're going to get beat up. So you got to be a fighter that can move, but not only move, you got to be very smart as far as, all right, well, if I get on the ropes, I got to turn him. You know, stuff like that. And you got to take away that brutal offense. So as long as Gabriel Rosado's eye hold up, and then as far as the experience is concerned, you know, I'm giving him the edge, even though I think he's a natural 154-pound fighter. But this is what we're going to find out. So I'm T Street Controversy. This is T Street Controversy Live. I cover every single major fight live. I'm going to be covering this fight live: Lundy versus Lorme, Jean Pascal versus Belanti, and I think it's like De La Rosa, and I think it's like 2 other fights. Please subscribe, Real Combat Media. The actual weigh-in video, the link is right below. It's going to say www.realcombatmedia.com. Just click the link, and then you'll see it right there. T Street Controversy, T Street Controversy Live.